All right, man. We talked about how the Pistons did trade Jamie Grant and didn't get a foreign return. What would they do? The power forward, which I consider just another extension of the small forward in most cases in the NBA. The free agency is pretty light. All right, when you look at the power forwards out there, let's pull it up. So they did trade Jeremy Grant, and they didn't get a power forward in return, and didn't draft a power forward. Um, you know, the pickings were slim out here. I mean, Bagley more of a five than a four. Back in the day, he was probably a good four. Montrezl Harrell kind of five. Jalen Smith, I don't know what happened. He kind of reminded me of more of a five. Bobby Portis more of a four. He gonna be a four. Maybe somebody you might go after in the short term. Markieff Morris. Uh, so the pickings is slim, right? And PJ Tucker, kind of more of a three, kind of play a bigger four. I mean, it's play bigger than what he is. So when you look at it, it's not a lot of pickings at the four. And then when you pull up the Tankathon, you look and say, well, they got options because they can get back in the draft and take a center, or they get back in the draft, get a guard, get back in the draft and take Keegan Murray, or take somebody like Tari Eason. I'm not sure about Jeremy Sochan. Not sure about that, but you know, um, just had them learn on the fly. But like I said before, Tari Eason is is one of them dudes, bro, that I like for them to replace at the four with, but it's not about him right now. People like Keegan Murray, just for me, he just he's slow. I mean, we got enough of them type of dudes on the team. We need explosive athletes. I mean, guys like Benedict Mathurin and Tari Eason. We need Jaden Ivey. We need more explosive athletes. We got enough slow motherfuckers on the team, man, or our average athletes. We need explosive athletes. And if the Pistons were to take somebody like Keegan Murray, they would just continue to be one of the slowest young teams I ever seen in my life. You look at Charlotte and what they doing. They don't play no defense. You look, they got athletes. Miles Bridges, PJ Washington, LaMelo Ball, solid athletically. What's the kid name? Terry, Scary Terry over there. He pretty athletic, but nonetheless, when you start talking, I think Atlanta want to dump some of them contracts off. They eventually got rid of they did get rid of Cam Reddish. Uh, I think one of the contracts they make me want to dump off is John Collins. Now let's look at their roster real quick. Look at their roster. And they got a lot of I heard they could be in the DeAndre Ayton sweepstakes, whatever reason that is. But you look at this team, they probably trying to cut some fat off the cap too. Lou Williams said he might retire on Onyeka Kongu. He's starting to come. I mean, um, just drafted Jalen Johnson, but DeAndre Hunter been injured. Kevin Hurt, Gallinari probably trying to shave that off the cap. That's $20 million right here. I think some couple of these guys for agency. Clint Capella, he really ain't done what he's supposed to do over there. So yeah, I think they might be trying to shave some cap, bro. And John Collins, one of the numbers they be trying to shave with 23 million a year. People say, well, why should my bad? Why should the Pistons be interested in John Collins? Um, Depending on what they're trying to do, to be honest, uh, it's depending on what they're trying to do. I mean, if you're gonna try to put a Mitchell Robinson there, you're gonna need space. You know, I mean, if you put a Durham or Mark Williams there, whoever, Mohamed Bamba, whatever it may be, John Collins give you space to stretch the floor, right? And then his contract is pretty much it's up there, but it's pretty much a bargain, bro. Just kind of what dudes getting like 50 million a year, 30 million a year, kind of where inflation going. He only 25, and that's kind of a little bit more than you paying Jeremy Grant. Kind of what you kind of was trying to pay for Jalen Brunson, which I think at this point is just stupid to pay him this amount of money. I mean, you literally right there where you could take a guard and draft. You know what I'm saying? A better prospect, but so his numbers ain't really bad compared to where everybody getting paid at, and statistically, and give somebody that been to Eastern Conference game, Eastern Conference champion games, playoff experience. He giving you 16 and 8, to almost 2 assists, shooting almost 37% from the three, give you almost 80% from the free throw line, over 50% from the field. All right, so I mean he damn near double machine back in 2019-20. He was in 41 games though, albeit he was a double machine. There was a lockout year. So, most occasions he damn near giving you a double. So he rebounded, he stretching the floor. He pretty good in range as far as putting the ball back close to the bucket. It might be a situation where you just absorb the contract with a future conditional pick. That might be what it is. They just trying to get that contract off. Now they might, be interested in Kelly Olynyk. Okay, fine. You don't have to make the contract work because you got cap space. Because the way it's playing, you can literally just say, well, we can go Jaden Ivey, Shaden Sharp, Bender Matthew, whatever it may be, trade Jeremy Grant, get back into the first round, and then get who? You know what I'm saying? You can get Mark Williams and Jalen Durham. Then you can make another trade, end up with John Collins. There, you got a veteran John Collins at the 4. You got young Mathurin, or I'm not young Williams and Durham. You got Isaiah Stewart backing them up. Bring back Bagley to help bag them up. At the 3, you still got Bay. At the 1, you had Cade, Sharp, Cade, whatever. And then you still had Cade out there. So, I mean, at the end of the day, but I know people, talking about free agency trying to get the biggest name possible. But right then and there, you know, you can make them contracts add up a little bit more. About 28 million, you know, 20, you make 23, you get 20, you send Kelly Olynyk's 13, you take 13 million off that cap, you absorbing almost about 10, 12. So you still about almost 20 million up. You can make some other shit happen and create more cap space. So they still gonna have enough money to bring in another big player. They really could. They could do a sign and trade with Chicago for Zach if they wanted to, but they don't need another big player. All the money they had, they can save for next season. They can just fill out the team and the bench. You have Stewart, Bagley, Livers, and Killian Hayes coming off the bench in that scenario. So I don't know. Probably go out there find somebody else on the minimum or right around there. Gary Payton third or something like that, another big wing, and see where you go at it. So just another scenario to look at, and Collins give you the space to give you some Eastern Conference Championship experience. Um, can take it off the dribble a little bit. It's a good four for them, and give them some veteran insight. For the young guys there. So I think he fit in pretty good. I wasn't the biggest fan of him at one point, but just thinking about what this team become, you do need a veteran in there. You lose the one in Jeremy Grant, so you do probably need a veteran in there. And I think he might, I think he might end up, being a good piece that grow with this team. You know, so you always can take Tari Eason. Some people like Keegan Murray. I just don't think he. I think we just need to go in a more uh, athletic at that position because this team got to get more explosive. That's something that people don't talk about, but everybody see it their own separate way. And obviously, Troy Weaver see it his way, but um, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Pistons Top playlist for more videos like this. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram if you have business question, inquiry, response, or video requests. All the links in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Check Detroit Pistons Top playlist out for more videos like this.